Welcome to the Señora Vibe, Season 13, where your toughest questions meet life-changing tips. Whether you're seeking advice on personal growth, career transitions, relationships, and wellness, Alicia's got you covered, and that's me. Each episode dives deep into your most pressing questions. We're offering practical, actionable insights to help you navigate with confidence and conviction. Join us for expert interviews, inspiring stories, and a supportive community that's all about embracing our Señora era together. Tune in, ask away, and start crafting the life you've always wanted. Thank you so much for coming back to the podcast. I'm super excited to be here at Season 13, guys. It's 4.5 years that I have been doing this, and I have an amazing panel today. I wanted to have a panel of young entrepreneurs, of women that are doing their thing out in Houston, out in the outskirts, because I'm thinking maybe outside of Houston. And so for me, it's just been a dream and a goal to provide my audience with insights on business, but also to see how we can also help other business owners and women, okay? And I think that's the best thing about having a podcast is that it connects me to women that are doing things that are like entrepreneurial. You are going out there and doing the things that you've always wanted to do, right?
Absolutely.
Even with all the things that are going on, you are still doing it. Challenges, obstacles, mommyhood. Because I have kids too. And so going through all of those things. So thank you so much for being here, says Season 13. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the first person. And Nicole, okay, so let me tell you a little bit about how I met Nicole. And then Nicole connected me to all the other panelists. So you went on the Houston Latina Collaborative, Nicole.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Give me your last name.
Napper.
Napper, yes. Nicole Napper.
That's my married name. Yeah. Yes.
And she's your fave brow babe,
yes,
right?
your fave brow babe.
And so I remember I was because I've been a part of that group for years now. I think it's maybe 6 years that I've been a part of the group. And you posted something that you needed an author for one of your events.
Yes.
And I piped in. I'm like, hey, I'm an author. I wrote a book, and so I would love to be a part of your event. And I think that's how we met.
Yes, that is.
And then everything from there, we just started connecting through social media, right?
Yeah.
So tell my audience a little bit about you.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Nicole Napper. I'm originally Nicole Benavides. I am a licensed esthetician. I specialize in lashes, facials, and brows. I started working from home during COVID. And that's what caused me to start my second business, Houston Hotties Social Hour, which is a women's social and business group. We host events from coffee chats, lunch and learn, small business workshops, social hours, pretty much anything related to women and women entrepreneurs. That's our goal, is empowering women,
I love
focusing on self-development, self-love. But I love to say we have events with a purpose that are also fun.
Okay.
I've been to other networking events and I'm like, these are cool. But once you've been to a hottie networking event, as you've seen,
yes, they're different for
sure.
sure.
Yes, we love to say we put a little spice, So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I'm also a mom of 3. So when you last saw me, he was still in my belly.
You were pregnant with your baby,
and now he's here. So definitely juggling 2 businesses, 3 children, a husband, my senora home life, trying to keep up with,
I love
being a wife at the same time. And then obviously just wanting to be myself, and my authentic self in all the spaces I get to be in is something I strive to do. So, yeah.
And such confidence. And
Thank
you're
you.
just so bright like a sunshine.
Thank you. I appreciate
when you walk
that.
around, it's like the sun follows you.
Thank you.
I love that.
That's such a nice compliment. Thank you so much.
I feel that way. And so when I went to that first event, I said, yep, these are different because I'm a little older. I'll be 50 next year. And so my networking events are a little bit different. So when I was there, I was like, oh, I have to dress up hottie. I need to be a hottie because she's got all the hotties.
You're the OG hottie. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Okay. I I try to make it my brand, a little sexiness. Why not? I'm a little older, but that doesn't mean I don't get to be sexy and fun. Yeah,
Embracing
that keeps
sexy
it hot.
at each stages. That's
Absolutely.
what, yes. So me and Dove,
Tell me about Dove, and that's another
Yes.
panelist we have today.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. So,
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Dove. Thank you for having me.
I'm so grateful you're here.
Thank you. And I am the owner and founder of Virago Luxe Skincare. And so we are 100% artisan, handcrafted, vegan, organic skincare products. And what Nicole was just about to get into is that she actually had an event in which I was on a panel and we were talking about aging, growing, and glowing.
Yes.
So as a 42-year-old woman, among all the hotties, you know, so we there was a range of different ages on the panel. So I had an opportunity to speak and from my perspective as well as listen to others who there was a very young entrepreneur. She's fabulous and she's about 19, 20 years old and she's making so many strides. So it was a really great event that day.
Wow. Yeah. So you also connected as a panelist with Nicole.
Yes.
Like myself.
I get just about all of my connections from Nicole at this point. I get my references from her, everything. So I'm new. I guess I'm not new anymore. I've been here 3 years.
Okay.
So I guess I'm almost a Hostonian. It's like 5 years makes you a Hostonian. But I'm originally from New York. And so in starting my business was because my skin was out of whack from moving from 4 seasons to just like 1.5.
Yes.
And so I started to break out. I couldn't find anything. I tried the old school stuff. I tried the high end and classic stuff, and nothing really worked and not long term. And so I started to create my own products. And I posted on Instagram one day, and this was me developing this product for after about a year on my own. I posted on Instagram and I was like, look, y'all, this is where I was. This is where I am. This is my secret sauce. And I just got so many people saying, well, send me your secret sauce.
Yeah.
And so I started thinking, like, if I bring it out, if I send it out, how are they going to buy back? Yeah. They've got to have, I have to have an account for that. I have to have a logo on it. I have to have contact information. And before I knew it, I developed a business and I had an LLC and a complete business within 30 days.
Wow. Amazing. And you're a great brand ambassador because your skin is so beautiful.
Thank you.
And so, people will say, well, what do you use for your skin? You're like, oh, let me tell you what I use for my skin. It's my own stuff. Yeah. Okay, Nicole, introduce your next panelist for me.
Yes, so this is Nikki.
Hello.
So Nikki and I met through another connection I have. I met an esthetician who is a veteran in the game of aesthetics. Her name is Melissa. And she has her own suite inside of Nikki's salon. And they invited me to come help them put together a holiday party. They had like a client appreciation. And I made some flyers for them, came and got some content, did some brand videos for all the different stylists they have. And Nikki's just been a great person in the Heights community. She's always doing charities, trying to give back, and really helping develop these other stylists that come into her salon. One thing I love about Nikki is she's not a selfish person at all. She's always promoting her girls, putting on for her girls. So if you're someone in Houston who is looking for a suite to be in, I definitely recommend going to Revive because they're a great family knitted salon. Yeah. So if you want to take over and introduce yourself.
Welcome to the podcast,
Thank
Nikki.
you for having me.
I'm so excited you're
honored.
here.
This is my first podcast.
This is mine too.
Hey, good.
Yeah. So my name is Nicole Lopez. I'm a hairstylist. I've been doing hair for 18 years. I've been at Revive Salon and Spa for 5 years, and I just took over ownership this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So Revive is like a hybrid suite and spa salon. So it's kind of like Sola or Phoenix, but in a different way. So our culture is, we want to keep the community feeling. Like, we don't want people just to own a suite and just like come in, do their clients and leave. We want to involve everyone. We want to empower the women that are there. We want to create this community where you're not alone, you're supported. And, that's just our vibe there. I do tons of events at our salon.
So events are a part of what you do too?
Yes.
Kind of like what Nicole.
Well, it just within my walls.
Okay.
And I do invite like local vendors like yourself or other small businesses that have a niche that will kind of complement our industry, right? I'll do small little pop-ups and stuff like that.
Okay.
And right now, actually, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt
No, it's okay.
I have a small business campaign that I'm kind of like launching.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to 10 different small businesses in our local area, and we're gonna gift them a gift, invite them to our salon, and just celebrate their small business for the holiday season, because people don't just need to shop big; they need to shop small.
Oh gosh, that is huge.
So we've been doing that too.
Support local is so important.
Yes.
I always say that, like, if there is a way for you to support local, do it instead of, always shopping online. Like, we have so many great things, handcrafted items. I know some women that are doing jewelry. Like, there's just so many great things that we could be supporting each other as opposed to buying from big brands all the time. Let's see. They always say when you shop local, a business owner celebrates. Right? A little
so
business
true.
owner. Yeah, because it's support. It's supportive.
Quite honestly, at this point, because I'm in such a large circle of his Houston Hotties with Nicole, I'm always asking her, do we know someone that does this? Do we know someone who does that?
Yes.
I really need this. Where can I get it? And at this point, even the jewelry I have on, French jewelry, like everything I purchase at this point is small business.
Absolutely.
And they also purchase from me. So, it's wonderful to be a part of a network in which everyone is supporting each other.
Yeah. And I think what I'm listening from all of you is that collaboration and cooperation is super big for you and your business, right?
For sure. Yeah.
So you're looking for ways to partner up.
Always.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about partnerships and how you find partnerships or how you find people that align with your brand and your vision, Nicole.
So one thing I do is I will be on Instagram, and in the search bar, I'll type a specific occupation that I'm looking to connect with. So if I'm looking for a clothing boutique, I'll type #Houston Boutique.
Okay.
And then I'll start following them. I'll even message them, and I'll know I'm in their message request. And I'm like, hey, how are you? I'm here in Houston as well. I would love for you to come out to an event. And so it's almost like cold calling, And also, I love to attend other people's events. If I see there's an event on Facebook, Eventbrite, or social media that aligns with things that I'm also interested. So if there's an event going on that has to do with self-love, self-development, any type of entrepreneur skills, I love going to other people's events, because sometimes when I have my own events, it tends to be the same circle.
Yes.
And I want to get new people into our community as well. It goes back to collaboration. I always tell people there's no reason why there has to be only one networking group in Houston or one community of women who support each other. If we have communities all over Houston, how big it is, we all can support each other in return. So I've honestly even been in the grocery store, and I'll see another mom, and as a mom of 3, sometimes your kid's throwing a tantrum. And if I see a mom in the grocery store, I'm like, she's struggling, her baby's throwing a tantrum, I'm like, hey girl, my babies do the same thing, you're not alone,
Right.
And I've even given people my Instagram in the grocery store, because I'm like, we can be friends, girl, let's play a play day.
I love that. You walk the walk, basically. You really do. Yeah, and I noticed that because I've seen you at other events. And or when you're posting, and I'm like, she's actually doing what she says she's gonna do. And and so when I reached out to you for this, you had like a list of people. You're like, tap, and I'm like, thanks. And I'm like, wow, I tapped in the right girl. So you mentioned, Nikki, you mentioned mentorship, or she mentioned that you're also a mentor. Why is that so important to you? And is that part of like your business goal or your vision to be a mentor for other women that are coming up and doing styling?
So I got in the beauty industry late in life. I was like Nicole, a mom of 3, single. Well, she's not single, but I was a single mom of 3. And when I got into the beauty industry, I didn't know that that's what I wanted to do. It's my passion. And as it's evolved, I'm very spiritual. So I started asking God, like, what's my purpose for this? How can I give back? How can I give back my craft or my gift that you've given me, that you've blessed me so much to, like, just take care of my family? I want to give back. So I started getting this calling, like, I want to collaborate with women. I don't want to compete. There's so much to give. I don't want to gatekeep. I just want to empower, and I want to feed my community, because so many people believed in me when I was first starting out and, gave me opportunities that I never thought I could have. So I want to be the same shepherd and do the same thing. So it's really important that I collaborate with women instead of trying to compete, because there's enough to go around.
Yes.
And I just feel like the sky's the limit whenever you're just trying to give back to the community, because it comes back to you. And then even if you only help one person, that's one person that we were able to help. And I love doing that. And I'm learning as this is going on, as I'm walking through this path, I tend to want to keep everybody that I've helped, you know. I want to hold on to them, but I know that I've got to let them go and venture out, and, you know, I'm like, no, don't leave me.
Let those little birds fly.
Let those birds fly. And just to be proud that they started with me, and they're you know, spreading their wings, and flourishing.
So it's like a calling for you. It's like a real purpose. It's like living with a purpose, and your business is as a purpose for you as well, right?
Absolutely.
I can see that. That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about skincare, and tell me why it's so important for you to bring good skincare to women. I mean, because there's so many different brands out there, right? So there is a saturation in skincare, and, you know, everybody, you know, sees an influencer online and they'll go buy it. Why was it so important that you bring something different to our audience, or to the people in your community?
You know, just the other day, I had someone tell me that my skincare is life-changing.
Oh.
And I've heard that a few times because of the difference, right? We lead forward with our face, with our skin. And I noticed that I was piling on the makeup at one point because I just didn't have great skin. And I've even been able to help, our products have been able to help teenagers who have been suffering from acne, hyperpigmentation, dark spots. And so because of these all-natural ingredients such as aloe, vitamin E, olive oil, coconut, tea tree, all the good things that are great for your skin, I think that because there's so many options out there, we forgot about the basic luxury of nature. And so even the aloe that's in our products, I cut the aloe, scoop the gel out, infuse it into the oils. So we're not using the aloe gel from the bottle. You're getting the pure plant from your skin. And to me, that's luxury.
That is, yeah, for sure.
To have someone, you know, handcraft your skincare for you from nature, to me, is luxury. And that's how we brand our skincare as a luxury, organic, vegan product.
Do you work with the chemists? Do you work with people that create the formulations like that? To me, when I hear that, it sounds like it's expensive. It sounds like it's a lot of money you're investing in it. How are you funding all of that?
So I'm self-funded. It takes a lot of budgeting and a lot of thoughtful planning. And also we do a lot of vendor markets. So we've been in business now for over a year, and I've done 60 vendor markets within that time. So I'm a very busy woman, to say the least. And so while we also sell online, being in person allows people to try the product, smell, touch,
feel it.
And feel it. Because essentially I'm asking you to put something on your face. I want you to know what it's like, as opposed to just buy it because I say so. So these vendor markets have been very helpful. And so that has been able to give us the opportunity to self-fund, and we put our money back into the business, and we're very wise about how we do it. And so that's been our opportunity to be able to grow. And then our next steps, and we are for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday, we are going to be introducing both a face bar and a beard wash. So we have beard products as well.
Yeah, really? For beard. So you're tapping the male industry, the male audience.
Yes, we have beard care. So we have beard oil, beard moisturizer, and we'll have a beard wash. Because men are really getting into skincare
I need
very
to
much
get into that, because my husband has a beard, and I'm always complaining that it's rough. So I'm like, we need to get you some products.
Yeah,
you know, I feel like we're entering. I feel like our
Yes.
consumers entering an era of pureness, right? Where they're looking for products that are more natural, more clean, less ultra processed. And when you bring something like that to the table, it's going to skyrocket, because it's going to bring what nature has given us, what God's given us, right? Because He's given us everything to take care of our bodies. So why not? Why not do that?
We just have to harness it.
Yeah, you have to harness it. And she'll find that when clients start using it, it's going to take a little longer, because I'm actually in school to become a trichologist. I want to help women and men grow their hair back in a holistic way. So I've been doing a lot of research about that. And it's so important to use what nature has given us, right? Because everything else that's on the market is so many products, so much.
And it's very chemical based,
Very
right?
chemical based.
And it's confusing. There are
very
people
confusing.
putting 9 different products on their face. And I'm no
Yeah.
shade, you know, and if it works for you, it works for you. And I always say
Yes.
that to people. But when you have something so pure, you can incorporate this into any skincare regimen because aloe is wonderful for your skin and for your hair and scalp.
Absolutely.
Do you find that it's a lot of influencers online, or maybe a lot of the marketing that's happening?
Sure.
And Nicole, maybe you can tap into that
Yes.
as well. That is kind of influencing even younger women, younger girls that have beautiful
Perfect
skin
skin
naturally,
already.
you know,
Yes.
organically, authentically beautiful skin, and then they're putting so many different
much products,
products
yeah.
on their face.
Yeah, my niece now, you know, she's in high school and she just texted me the other day. I just send her things, right? And I was like, she's like, Auntie Dove, I need some more. You know, so she's getting more into it because her face is breaking out and she's thinking, oh, I have to wear more makeup to cover it. I
Yeah.
said, no, baby, let's get back to the basics. And you don't need all of these things.
Preventive care, right?
Yes,
it's before
absolutely.
the problem happens.
And also you have that
Yeah.
vitamin E that helps with hyperpigmentation, anti-wrinkle. So depending on the markets that we go to, we definitely pitch, and our sales pitch is a little bit differently. It's a bit different
There's
according
a lot
to
of
our,
education that has to
absolutely
happen, right?
for the younger ones, yes.
Yeah.
And then for some older women who are 30s and 40s, they kind of know what they want. They just don't know which way to go, and they want something natural. And so we're able to kind of talk
Yeah,
with them and
yeah,
build
because
with
there's a
them on
lot
that.
of us like myself that I won't go to the Botox, like I won't do that, and I have this line that just bugs me, but I won't because I'm not too comfortable with it right now, right?
Sure.
Like maybe eventually, I guess I'll get to that place.
Well,
but
you
I
look
always
amazing
feel
for
like,
being 50.
Yes,
like,
let's start
like-
there.
It is glowing and it is tight. It
Yes.
is great. Yeah,
Yes.
whatever your
That's
skin
those Latina
I'm a-
jeans right there.
I'm a skincare like person. Like I really take care of my skin. Like I go to my facialist. I really
that.
do all of those things. But I'm afraid of like injecting anything into my face. So whenever I hear organic or whenever I feel like natural, pure, you said like a return to purity, like that to me is where I go.
Yeah.
That's my attraction. Not so much to, and that's fine if anybody wants to do that and wants to do the Botox and do whatever injections they want to do.
Yeah.
But there's women like myself that I'm not comfortable and I'm not there yet, you know?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this in terms of like your business and what you're doing with your events.
Yeah.
What is one pain point for you right now? Something that you're
Yes.
just finding super challenging.
Honestly,
Nicole.
it is my my social battery. My social battery
Okay,
gets
explain
low.
that.
I would say, okay, so seeing as majority of my job requires me to be social, 24/7.
gotcha.
I have to be social. I have to show up to these events and give the
Energy.
give the energy.
on.
Yes, that's what I'm known for. And I also feel tired. There's also days where I just want to be home in my sweatpants. But
Yeah.
I've committed to this, so I have to get up and I have to do it. And I'm someone who I plan my events 3 to 6 months in advance. So
Yes.
I already have my seasonal calendar. I'm really big on seasonal planning. So I have my calendar.
Right.
And saying no sometimes to people, because then I'll have a new person reach out to me and be like, oh, I've been following you. I want to do this. Could you be able to collaborate with me? And I'm such a giver that I'm like,
You're
yes.
not saying no.
Yes,
You're
I
not
don't
learning to say no.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, I can help you here. What do you need? And so there I am, booked with like 5 events in 1 week, and I'm like, what did I do? How did I do this to myself?
Well, maybe, Nicole, you just reframe it in terms of like what deserves my energy and what
Yes.
doesn't. What zaps my energy and what deserves my energy.
Yes.
Because you're not saying no necessarily to them.
Yeah.
You're saying yes to you.
Yes,
To
I
you
love
and your
that.
energy and
Exactly.
embracing your
Yes.
ability to give.
Yeah,
Because
and so
as moms, we're like that too,
yeah,
right?
exactly, with our children,
Like our
with
kids,
our family. So I've been that's been my hard point. Is
you
like,
have to reframe it in your mind.
Exactly. And because I'm such a person that I'm a very inclusive person. I want everyone to feel included.
Yeah.
I want everyone to feel like they belong. I want everyone to feel welcome. And, when we say Houston Hotties, I feel like some people instantly think, oh, you have to be this hot. I'm sorry, I curse. This hot
No, you
bitch.
can. You can. That's fine.
You have to be this hottie. You have to be this baddie. But hottie, it doesn't always determine your outside
physical. It could be
appearance.
mental,
Yes, it
right?
can be your
Yeah.
mental. It can be your spirit.
Yeah.
And so when I say hottie, I'm talking about a woman who is confident, a woman who knows her worth, a woman who knows where she's going and knows what she wants, and is going to do everything she wants to do to get it. And you know, I feel okay. So I recently watched the Martha Stewart documentary.
Me too. I haven't seen it yet. It's inspiring, isn't it? It is.
I was like,
it's a good documentary.
I was like, am I Martha? Could I be Martha? That's how I felt.
You are Martha.
Like, I am Martha Stewart.
You're the Mexican
Martha. Yes, the Latino Martha Stewart. I want to be her. I was like, you know, I feel like after watching that documentary, I learned so much about her that I was like, oh my God, these are things that I'm resonating with. And it's funny to think that Martha Stewart is like now my idol.
I know,
but
right?
I was just like, wow.
Did you just discover Martha Stewart?
So my mom was a big Martha Stewart fan, but they just recently came out with a documentary on Netflix about her, and I was like, okay, I want to watch this. So I waited till my kids fell asleep. I got my little glass of wine. I'm sitting there with my snack, and I was like, I felt like my life changed.
So inspirational.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, did she just awaken something inside of me?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But that's the energy that I want women to feel when they think of Houston Hotties Social Hour, when they come to these events. And that's why it's hard for me to say no sometimes because I'm like, I want every woman in Houston, in other cities, in Texas, and wherever to just feel this energy that they deserve to be feeling.
And it's a community.
Yes, exactly. Like, I just want all these women to feel like they have a place to belong and they have someone to call. And if I'm the only one answering the phone, I'm answering it for them, you know? And so sometimes, I overextend myself and I overwork myself, but I really do it because I just want everyone else to have these opportunities and to be able to get their brands and their business to where they want to be and to be seen on a platform. I was never someone who had a large social media platform till now. My personal Instagram had like 700 followers. I don't, you know, I wasn't a influencer. And then I started this community and now my account reaches like 40,000 users a month. And I'm like, I want to share that because I remember seeing people like, man, they're getting so much traction on their business because of their large following. If I only had a large following, my business could be more successful. So, okay, now I have a large following. I want to share that with all the other women that I'm meeting so their business can receive this engagement that they deserve.
Yeah.
So,
no, and it reflects it. Like, your energy reflects on other people's energy, and that energy transfers to the next person. That next person, that's like an energy that's being transferred the whole time.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that you definitely need to just consider as a person who's been at it for a long time, just really think about how to protect your energy a little bit more, because you can't be saying yes to everything, and like really considering that you're not everybody's savior either. That you're not going to be
so hard.
Because you're gonna burn out at some point. Because you're just gonna give.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So really consider that and think about that a little bit more. And so your community, the things that you're building are amazing, but don't feel like you're the end all be all because you're gonna really feel extremely burned out at one point.
Yeah,
So
that's
it could be a lot. It could be a lot. You know,
that's my struggle bus right now.
Nikki, tell me about your pain point at the salon. Like, what is the challenge? Like, what are we facing as a challenge for you?
So I feel like what's challenging in my salon right now is, you know, in our industry, there's ups and downs, especially like influxes of clients coming in or coming out or not coming back. So we're so saturated, especially in the Heights, you know. There's so many options for other people to use. And I feel like people are really feeling it in their pockets right now. So they're being very selective where they spend their money. So just getting the exposure and the clients to come in to keep my girls busy, because if they're busy and being successful, then, you know, they'll sign another contract with me, they'll stay with me.
Right.
So I think it's just exposure, making sure that I'm balancing that and I'm doing it in the right places, and just staying true to our culture and our salon.
And is developing like a loyal clientele also a little bit of a pain point, because they tend to like stick with you for a while and then they move on?
Yeah, and I think that's just part of like growing with the industry too, and not taking it so personal, right? Like, I'm the kind of person, I want to hold everybody close.
Yeah.
Don't leave me, you know? But yeah, if they feel like I'm not their stylist anymore, if they feel like they want to go try something, sometimes they always come back. They're like, I want to try, you know, but you're my girl. I'm like, I'm always going to be here for you no matter what.
Do you do clientele like parties, or do you do like events for just
So
for the clients?
We do.
Okay.
The event that Nicole and I collaborated with was like a client appreciation party.
Okay.
And basically what we did that evening was we invited all of our clients, everybody in the salon invited their whole clientele. We fed them, we gave them drinks, we had a giveaway, we had swag bags, some really awesome swag bags. If they brought a friend, she got one, you got one, and everybody contributed to that. And then we had some small vendors that came in, and we just celebrated them celebrating or supporting our business.
Yeah.
And we do that often.
Okay.
I haven't really done that this year because taking on the salon has been huge. I'm literally trying to like revamp the salon, make it look fresh. I lost some tenants. I gained some tenants.
Okay.
I just recently hired a social media manager. That's been a learning thing too, learning social media.
Tell me about that.
So I'm 45.
Because it sounds like it's
I'm
it's a
45
challenge.
years
Yeah.
old.
Listen, I'm 49, so social media doesn't come easy to me. Like I
thought
love
I
it
was
when I
tech
see the
savvy,
ladies
but
doing
I'm
it, but I'm
not
like
tech savvy.
I cannot be in front of a camera.
And usually I'm okay with being in front, but now lately I'm getting like, oh, look at that wrinkle. You could see that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting a little
Me too.
self-conscious as I'm getting older. But so I hired her to help me keep up with what's the trends because I don't have time to do those things. I'm juggling everything else. So I hired that. But it's been a challenge because I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Or no, I want to do this. Or she'll come up with an idea and I'm like, I'm not comfortable with doing that reel. You know, I don't want to look like a clown either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then trying to make sure that we're targeting our target market, right?
Yes.
Not just
Yeah.
Not just whatever's trending.
Yes, because sometimes trends, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
it's if it's not targeting who your consumer is, who your demographic
Right.
is. Sometimes not all trends are for you or for your
Exactly.
business.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I'm really trying to elevate our experience and our client experience when they come through the door. Because we are in the Houston Heights area, I want it to be luxury. I want it to feel comfortable. Yes, you're getting a luxury service or experience, but
Yeah.
this is for anybody too, right? It's achievable to anyone, but I do want it to be a nice experience for everyone.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, that's been my pain point.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think, I was a retail owner for many years too. So I think just bringing people inside was probably the hardest thing that I ever had to do. And so I did have to go on social media and I did have to ask influencers to come in all the time. So I used to give a lot of freebies and a lot of things like that and like do product reviews or, post some photos with some of the clothes or that sort of thing. But it's exhausting.
Very.
It's exhausting if we're like doing everything ourselves too, right? So tell me about that, Adobe. Tell me about that pain point for you right now. What's the challenge?
I'd say my biggest pain point is brand awareness. I'm constantly thinking of creative ways that are within our network and within our demographic that we can let everyone know. So the great thing is that usually when people do purchase our products, they return. They almost always buy more product. And then I've had some customers, buy products for their mom and for their family member. And I had someone say, well, I'm doing, it was last year and she did stocking stuffers and she bought a slew of our products just to give to all of her family members.
That would be me. I would do that.
Right, But then don't get me wrong, our customers are wonderful and they're constantly giving us, before and afters and, compliments and they give us reviews and all that. But we just need to know more. We have to be able to do more because we are in a $1 billion industry and people don't have to choose Virago Luxe. They can choose anything at CVS. So we're constantly trying to show them the value of our product and why. And we don't have this super huge high price point. We want it so that people can afford it.
Yeah.
And we send out our products the same day or the next day so that you don't have to have the feel of waiting very long.
Yeah.
Like, I can go to Walmart and get this product or I can order online. But if I order online, it's going to take a week. You don't have those issues with us. You get it right away. So with that, I think brand awareness has been the pain point for me.
Okay.
But I also hired a meeting manager,
Okay.
which is the best thing I've ever done because it takes things off my plate, like you mentioned. We've had meeting after meeting. We probably meet almost every week.
Yeah.
We talk about and we plan. We talk about what's going on for that month. Whether it was World Kindness Day the other day, so we kind of worked off of that, right? Because sometimes you get. You're like, what do I put up now? You know, it's like always constantly thinking about the creative part.
Yeah.
So the investment, and she did tell me, you're not going to see much for the first 3 months because it's an investment. And so as we learn each other, she learns the brand. She's taking photos of the products, and we're constantly doing reels and doing captions and all the things. But we have been able to see a very big change within the first couple of weeks and a month.
Yeah, and I noticed on your Instagram account, your photos are professional.
Yes.
They're really nice, and so
She's amazing.
That makes a difference,
For sure.
because you can tell as a client or as a customer if I go to your socials and I see that there is like an effort placed into
Yes.
like how to make it look beautiful, how to make it look luxe, or
Absolutely.
even though maybe it's more affordable, but the way you the sensation, I guess, right, is what you're trying to get.
Oh yeah, we're all
And-
about the aesthetics.
Exactly.
On our Instagram, we're all about
I
the
noticed
aesthetics.
that, yeah.
Our vendor markets, we're all about the
Yeah.
aesthetics. I'm wearing my brand colors today. Constantly about the aesthetics.
I mean, we live and breathe our brand, right? I mean, your hair's done beautifully. You can't say you're a hairstylist and then you show up and your hair is like a disaster. So you have to be that person that walks around being that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And kind of going back to what you said, the energy thing, because you are such a connector. You always do these events and your energy level's not always high. It's not always, you're not always smiling. There's days when you're just plastering a smile on your face. Before we go and before we close out, I just want to let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can find your products, your services. So let's start with you because Nicole, you're going to stick with me for a little bit longer.
Well,
Yeah, Nikki.
I do hair at Revive Salon and Spa at 209 East 20th, Houston, Texas 77008 is our physical address. On Instagram, it's Revive_Salon Spa. And then if you ever wanted to get your hair done with me, it's Hair and Beauty by Nikki L. I specialize in blonding extensions.
Okay.
I'm also starting a third business where I will be helping women and men grow their hair back holistically. And that's just with helping them learn their body, fixing what's on the inside as far as like their gut, their digestive, and then having them see that through their skin and their hair.
So it starts from the inside. Like my son orders the Nutrafol every month and doesn't really do anything for him, but he thinks it does because he doesn't want to go bald. He's 21. So he would be like
he's
a
starting
perfect.
early.
Yes. Well, my husband lost his hair when he was 19, so he's completely bald at 19. So my kid thinks that that's where he's heading, and it's probably where it's going. But let me
send
tell
it
you,
to
he
me.
tries everything.
Yes.
He ordered some stuff from India, from China. He's like trying all the stuff because he's so afraid of going
You
bald.
can use a lot of topical things. It's not going to help until you fix what's going on inside.
right, yeah.
So something in his body is not, it's telling him, hey, listen to me. Your hair's falling out. Listen to me. Let's fix this.
What if it's hereditary, Nikki?
So
And we can't really do anything.
male
It's
pattern baldness
genetics.
is a little hereditary, but it can be stopped. It can be slowed down.
Okay.
Or what is the word? It's a, I just went blank. It's called DHT. It's basically a hormone that's attacking the hair follicle.
Okay.
But you can slow that down, but you can also heal the gut. Everything starts with the gut.
Yeah, even in my business, I'm always posting drink water.
Yes.
Drink
Yeah.
water from the inside out.
Yes,
Right
my
water
water's
is
right
important.
here.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Right
got
water
it.
is important.
It's so important. Yeah. So that's amazing. So that's where they can find you. What about on your socials? Where can they find you on your socials?
Hair and Beauty at Nikki L.
Okay.
Nikki and the letter L. Yeah, they can find me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on all of them. I try to be on all of them.
Awesome. Very
But
cool.
yeah, I think as I'm getting older, just learning how to listen to my body and heal my body from within so that I can offer or help people see their natural beauty and get to that accomplishment or that goal that they're trying to get to. So many people are trying to do so many things, with their hair and their skin.
Right.
And, they want to maintain their youthfulness, and it all starts from within.
It does. I think everything does, right? The mindset, everything. Thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you guys for having me. I'm so
I appreciate
excited.
you so much. And so we're going to turn it over to the next part 2. Thank you so much.